How you doing, folks? All right, I'm in my little workshop here. Um, you know, have a 300LS modification. After riding with Molly, she's over here watching me do this video. um, I kept bottoming out with the between her weight and my weight. It just I was really down at the low end of the suspension. So I went ahead and I ordered the K-Tech rear spring shock, and that's what I'm going to do now is replace it. So one of the last modifications that I kind of thought I needed to do with the type of riding and the weight that I have. So let me turn around and show you what I have here. All right, so again, here's the K-Tech. I got it on a Revzilla site, and what I did is I went with my weight, which is about 185, and then Hannah weighs 50 pounds. So, you're looking at 135 pounds, something like that, 140 pounds, 240, excuse me. So, when you go on their website, they have 4 different levels. And the one I thought I was going to go with was going to be 210 to 245, I believe. And that would not allow me to go adventure riding with all my camping gear. I'm going to get into that later. Again, being an avid backpacker, I have all my stuff. I have a lot of it's light gear, possibly even ultralight, some of the stuff I have. So when I go backpacking, typically I run 25. If I'm going out for a 3-day or 4-day backcountry backpacking trip with the food and the gear, I usually come in around 28 pounds, 25 to 28 pounds. So that gear will be added to the bike, and but I'll be adding multiple bags, so you're probably looking at around 35 pounds. So now I'm looking at myself, Molly, and the camping gear. We're looking at around 275, somewhere around there. So the shock that I went with is toughest shock that they have, which is rated for 245 to 275, and it's adjustable. So I'm gonna go. I went with that one because usually she'll be riding with me anywhere, so we'll be around that 240, 245 range, depending if I carry extra fuel and stuff like that. These are my fuel bottles that I'm going to be going with. These are the 1,500 liters. They're like the MSR, all aluminum bottles. I'm not going to be putting it in here. What I did is I took my toolkit tools out of here, and I tried this bottle in there. I didn't really like it. It's a little heavy, and this here, it wiggles a little bit. But after, I don't know, a couple thousand miles off road, I decided I didn't feel safe having this bottle back here. So what I did is I just put my tubes in there. I have my front 21, my rear 18, and then I have my patch kit, the little tube patches with the glue and everything. That all fits in here, and that's fairly light. So I don't feel as though this is ever going to come off or snap the weld up here, the plastic weld. I think that's on there for a while, and I'm just going to mount these on the side of my bag. I have Tusk large water bottle bags that I'll attach it to my expedition bags here, so I'll have one on each side. So this is 1,500 each. I'll have 300 liters of or milliliters. So it's about almost a gallon of gas, a little bit shy. So that will give me another 60 to 75 miles of travel on the road with the fuel that I have in the tank, which is a 2.1 gallon tank. So I ended up going with the 245 to the 275. Here are the markings on there. Let me open this up here. And this is the shock. They give you a tool here so you can readjust it. Now when you look at this, the threads go from here all the way down to basically almost half the distance of this unit. So you could really, you know, you're gonna shorten your suspension travel, but it's definitely going to be much stiffer. So I have it up here from what they sent it, and then this here is your softening load adjustment, which is set at half. I think this here is like 34 settings, so this is set like at 16 clips down. So that's 50%. This is maybe up towards the top end. This would be 50% here, so this is probably 75% setting on this particular shock, which goes like this. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, this is the shock. It's heavy. And now I need to get it out of here, which I don't think there's going to be a problem. I got it jacked up here. Yeah, this is my redneck bike stand. I got the tire up just off it's just touching the floor. So it's not going to sag down too far. If I had to, I could put another 3/4 inch or 1 inch board underneath here to get it up a little bit. But I don't foresee any problem here. I'm going to be able to get to the linkage down here. So let me go ahead here. Let me change this out. You can see I've already lowered. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see the threads right there? I've already adjusted this to preload, and it just didn't work. So, and look at how thin the shocks are. When I take this off, I'll put it side by side, but the diameter of that shock is definitely much smaller than the diameter of these shocks. This here K-Tech shock is beefy, so I think this is really going to help. So let me go ahead. Let me get this shock off of here. I'm not gonna leave it filmed. Just because there's plenty of other videos out there showing them exactly unbolting it. It just slides. It just comes right down and slides out, and you slide the other one up and you put the bolt in there, and I'm not going to get involved in all that. I want to get this thing done. So I'm going to time it to see how quick this job was. All right, get back to you in a minute. All right, guys. We got it off. I had to raise it up another 2x4 to get it. It was I needed to. You actually have to hang that rear tire to take the pressure off the shock. So here it is. Here's the original. You can see the difference. I'll move that pamphlet out of there. Look at the difference. Yeah. Just the diameters of the spring, huge difference. Yeah, this is going to support my weight and my gear nicely. Took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes to take this hair off. Wasn't bad at all. So I'm going to grease none of these None of the bolts, they're completely dry. I'm gonna put a little grease on these things before I put it back and grease this here little whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it, but the pivot point here on the bottom of the shock. Let me put it this way. I'm going to throw some grease in there, and that will be greased up too. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so yeah, this is all my all my camping gear, my fuel. I'm getting ready. Well, you know, I'm heading out to Colorado here, so we're just going to do day rides there and use the van as a home base. But when I come back from Colorado, we're going to do some weekend excursions with the tent and all that. So there's a lot of my bags. I have my this is my repair kit on the trail. This is a little jack. I'll show you all this stuff later. I'm kind of getting off sidetrack, but this is a little jack that you use. You put it on the opposite side of your stand right here, and it raises the back, or it raises the front, so you can change your tire off trail without having to look for a log or something to put the bike on. This is much easier. Got this online, and it's adjustable. You know, it's a manual, but you just turn this thing. It's a threaded shaft that comes up, and yeah. And then what else do I have? I have my eastbound. This is all super light aluminum tire repair tools that you need to pop the tire. It has the tire levers on here. It's got all your wrenches you need. So I have these two sets right here. And I'm telling you, they're super light, really nice. And then this is just my little tool kit that has my Allen wrenches and my regular wrenches. And then I have an adjustable, and I have a small pair of vice grips here. These come in handy a lot. You can use these for a lot of different things. My roll of Gorilla duct tape, just enough to put something back together. A spare fuel cap, and then a little bag of accessory of nuts and bolts and washers that I commonly have on the bike in case something vibrates loose, and then a packet of zip ties. And then this here is a 12-volt inflatable. It's much smaller than this because it's all here. It is. We take the air out of the bag. That's the 12-volt inflatable compressor that I have to do the tires. So, and that's it. That's my repair kit. You know, because everything else, the tubes are up here. But anyway, we'll get into all this other stuff in another video. My bags and things like that. But I wanted to show you. Yeah, I wanted to show you the difference up here in this. So let me go install this one, and it'll probably take me a few minutes longer because I need to grease those bolts and things. So 10 minutes to take it off, probably 20 minutes to put this on. So you're looking at a 30-minute job here. Super easy so far. I hope I don't jinx myself, but should go together just as easy as it came apart. All right, later. All right, guys, gals, finished. Yeah, I had to take it apart twice. I screwed up. Let me give you a little tip. This little bolt that's up here at the top and the bolt at the bottom that support the shock itself, they're a 1/4 of an inch difference in length. I didn't realize it. So what I had done when I put it back together is I had reversed the bolts. So when I put the bolt at the top and and I put the nut on it, the bolt wasn't coming out beyond the nut. I'm going, no, that doesn't look right. And the one at the bottom, it stuck out a good 1/4, 3/8 of an inch. I'm thinking, you know, maybe I messed up. So I took it all apart and I put the bottom bolt back up at the top and vice versa. Now they're both, if you can, I don't know if you can see, but anyway, the bolt now sticks out beyond the nut, top and bottom. Yeah, there you go. You see it sticks out about 1/8 of an inch. So keep that in mind. It was a trial and error, no big thing. It's so easy to replace this thing that it was no big thing. All right. I sat on it and it raised the height of my LS by at least 2 inches. I don't know how. When you sit on it, it just doesn't go down. Like it goes down, but it doesn't go down like the stock. It's at least. I have a 30-inch inseam. It's usually the pants I buy, the 30-inch, and when I sat on it before, my feet were flat on the ground, and my leg had a slight bend to it. Now my leg is straight and I'm just about touching. I mean, there is no pressure under my shoe. And that's with me sitting on it. So it definitely stiffened it up, which is what I'm looking for, because I'm going to be putting Molly on there. And she's another 50 pounds. It's going to be right here on the back. So I think with her and my weight, this is going to be perfect. But I just want to let you guys know that if you have an LS and you put this new shock on there, it's not going to go down like the stock. It's going to be... Well, my seat height right now, right here, right where the strap is 36 inches. So you can measure what you have now. And let me do a measurement with... let me pick something here. All right, I'll take the back of this. I'm going to take a measurement. Then I'm going to sit on it. And I'm going to take another measurement. And we'll see what the sag is here. Let me do that in a minute. In a second here. Okay, took a measurement from here to the floor. It was 42 inches. I sat on it. While I was sitting on it, I took another measurement. It was 39 inches. So there's a 3 inch. When I sit on it, it goes down 3 inches. That's it. And I try to bounce and it's stiff. It doesn't want to get down much more than that. I mean, it does when I actually get on it and I actually really try to push it down. It will go down, but nothing like the way it was in stock. So I think this is going to be perfect for what I want. Yeah. And I still have some adjustment in there. If I want to loosen it up even more, I can. But I'm going to go with it stock out of the box. And then I'll play around with it there, but I think this is what I need. Okay, so oops, get my hand out of there. So anyway, just this is what I found and what I figured out here with the new LS 300LS and the K-Tech rear shock. And again, I went with the 45 pounds up to 275 pounds. That was the most aggressive shock that's available with them on this particular bike. It was 500 and something bucks. I forgot. With shipping, I mean with tax, it was free shipping, but with tax, it was like six and a quarter. So figure around a $600 upgrade if you change the shock, the whole shock. And for me, I think it's going to be perfect for what I want. But everybody's different. You're not going to, unless you're running a passenger with luggage, and then yeah, definitely you're gonna have to beef it up, because you're gonna be bottoming out that rear shock. You're gonna be going down the road like this. You don't want to do that. Yeah. All right. So now the other project is I have the Excursion, Tufts Excursion. I think it's the Excursion, or the Excursion 2, the middle rack, the middle bags. Now, this is my daily bag right here. I don't know what they call this here, but that goes up there. And what I did is I don't use the straps. I took the straps off, and I use these pipe clamps, and I actually bolted on here. I like that better for my situation, because I have Molly's box here, and the straps, it was just a pain in the neck, and I don't like a lot of straps on my bike. I've seen these straps come loose in videos, and things fall off, or the straps may go, I haven't seen it, but I've heard stories where the straps have gone into the tire. I don't want anything that's potentially going to come loose and get wrapped up in the chain or in the spokes. So I ended up using these little bolts. They have the holes right on here, and this here bolts right on there, and now this bag is not going anywhere. And so the new bags I have, where are they? They're up here. Let me grab them. These are the Tufts bags. Which one is it here? Give me a second here. I'm trying to get them out. The Excursion, I believe. What's this say here? Highland X2 bags. Those are the medium-sized bags, and that's what I'm gonna, with the two of those. I'm gonna end up with 40 liters of storage. And then I have another small bag I'm going to put in the back. So, and then I have my other bag up front. That's where I'm going to be putting all the tools, right up front there. So that's going to be more than enough storage for me to go out and do an extended trip, because I'm only going to carry 1 day's worth of food as backup, in case I get to a campsite and there was no town or any resupply between where I left and where I'm going to end up. So I'll always carry 1 day worth of food, and then my small, light stove to heat up water for coffee and to rehydrate pasta or whatever. So those bags there will be, and they're going to be mounted with 3 of these. They have a strap that comes across here, and they're already pre-drilled, because you bolt the bag to this hard base that comes across. So I have to eliminate that center support. So I'm just going to bolt them right to here, just the way I have here, and they'll just hang down. I'll have one strap right here that will be short, and that will keep the bag from swinging out on me. It will keep it nice and tight here. So that's my plan for when we go camping, motor camping. I think it's going to work out perfect. And then I'll have my fuel bottles, my 2 fuel on each side. I'll have my fuel bottles. Oh, and I also have bags that go on here, which one will probably be my rain gear. Another one will be Molly's food, or something else I'll put on the other side. But whatever I put here on the sides, on these crash bars, they're going to be soft. So if I go down, I don't want to puncture a fuel bottle here, and I don't want to puncture, I carry my water on my back in a bladder, but I don't want, so whatever I put in these little bags that are going to be on the side, it will be soft. So I have those for storage also, and that's going to be in another video. That will be probably in a month, when I get back from Colorado. We're going to be doing some motor camping this fall up in Georgia, the Carolinas. Okay. All right. That's about it for here. If you have any questions, shoot them down. Shoot them down in the bottom. Molly wants to go out and play ball, right? Oh, look at the ears. Ball? Did somebody say ball? Okay. All right, guys. Catch you later.